Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I did my first sew-in and what I did to film. I'm just showing you what you will need for this hairstyle. Only thing I did not end up using was this flat iron. Right here is the bundles that I use. In the next clip, I'm going to show you exactly what hair it is. And this also came with the closure piece. So the hair that I used was Peruvian Curly by Model in the color 1B. So first thing that I wanted to do was wash the hair. I'm not sure if you have to do this because it is synthetic hair, but I wanted to do it because I did not want my scalp to be irritated with the fake hair. This is the shampoo that I use, and I also use mane and tail conditioner. But to be honest, I don't think that you have to go out and buy this specific shampoo and conditioner. Just use whatever you already have because, like I said, it is synthetic. I'm not sure if it matters or not. Washed the hair and conditioned it. I just sat it to the side and put it in the tub to let it air dry while I went ahead and went and braided my hair. So right here, I'm just giving you guys a little link check because at the time I was going to record a takedown video to see how much my hair grew, but I didn't end up doing it. About to section off my hair to start my braids. I'm not really going to show you guys how I did my braids, but I'm going to show you my braiding pattern at the end. And I'm just letting you know now my parts were not perfect, but in my mind they didn't have to be perfect because it was going underneath the weave. Okay guys, so right here, I'm just showing you my braiding pattern just a little bit. I decided to do about 6 braids in the front and just connect them in the back. I think I did 3 or 4 in the back, just big braids, but in my opinion, for next time, I believe that I should do smaller braids because I feel like the bigger braids don't last as long because they start to get frizzy and unravel underneath your weave, and you want them to be tight and last all the way until you're ready to take them down. Okay, so I decided to oil my scalp with Blue Magic, the green one, but next time I would probably just use oil because I got lazy and didn't want to go all the way down and oil my scalp like I should have. And with oil, if you have an applicator bottle, it would just be so much easier to apply than just using your finger. Now, instead of sewing down my ends, I decided to crochet them because since I was a beginner and this was my first time doing a sew-in, I didn't want to use a whole bunch of thread and just get my hair all tangled up, which I ended up doing anyways. So I'm just showing you what it looked like after I crocheted the ends, nice and tucked away. And right now I'm just blotting out the rest of the water that's in the weave so that it wouldn't be dripping all over the place when I decided to put it in my hair. And right here I'm just trying on this closure piece. Now, I seen a video a long time ago when I was doing some research on sew-ins, and I seen a lady who decided to sew on her frontal piece before she started doing her bundles, and I was like, wow, that's such a good idea, so that you get that piece out the way. But since I have a closure, I feel like that was a bad idea. And what I would do differently next time, I would actually sew the bundles around my whole head and then just use the closure like in the middle wherever, you know, there's like a patch left over. I think that would have looked better. But I do think my hair turned out decently, but I did make a whole bunch of mistakes, so yeah. So I don't know if you guys can tell just by looking like I can, but my closure piece came out really crooked, but I didn't go back and fix it because I felt like when I put the bundles on there, it wouldn't, you know, it would hide it. You wouldn't be able to tell. But after I had finished everything, I still had to go back and cut the closure piece back out and sew it back on there, which was hard because I had put so much thread on just that one piece. Like I went over the closure piece like 3 times just to make sure it wouldn't come off, and I triple knotted it. So yeah, don't do that.
Okay guys, the next part right here is something I would definitely change for next time. I was trying to sew through the weft all throughout my back piece, which was really painful for my fingers because the weft was too thick for that little needle, and I had to put so much pressure on it trying to get it through there. But in my mind I was just trying to make sure that it was secure and that it wasn't coming off, but I'm pretty sure if I would have just did the beginning and the very end like that, it would have been fine, because I could have just went back later on and added some more thread to the middle if it got loose, but I think it would have been perfectly fine. So definitely next time I would just go through both wefts at the beginning and then just go through singly, if that's even a word, go through one time throughout the whole thing, and then at the very end go through both wefts. But I probably won't do double wefts again because I feel like the hair was thick enough without it. I didn't have to double it up like I thought I did. I just wanted to make sure the hair was thick, but I'm pretty sure it still would have looked really good without doing that. Okay guys, right here I'm showing you again another mistake that I made. I left a big gap between the track and my hair, which was a bad idea because I had to go back and sew some thread in between that space to make sure that that track wouldn't come off because it started to lift a little bit. So yeah, whenever you do a sew-in, just make sure you try and be consistent with your threading so that you don't have big gaps like this, because it'll cause a whole bunch of tension on your hair because that track is trying to hold on to, you know, whatever you're attaching it to. So if you leave big gaps in it, it's only going to be holding on to that one piece of hair or that one braid. Right here I'm down to the last couple of stitches, and I think all in all that my hair turned out okay, but I know the next time that I attempt to do this I would do so much better because it was a learning experience for me. But there's just something empowering about doing your own hair and not having to go to somebody, so I will keep attempting to do these until it turns out perfect. So that's pretty much the end of this video. I included some pictures at the very end so you guys can see the final look. because towards the end of this video I got really frustrated with my hair because it was taking so long. My fingers were hurting, the thread kept getting tangled up, but I still like the way that it turned out. So if you guys have any suggestions about what I could do differently next time that I didn't touch on this video, just leave it down below for me. And thank you guys for watching another video, and I'll see you in Saturday's video. Bye.